Hello and welcome to beautiful Manhattan Beach, California, the mecca of beach volleyball and home to the progressive AVP Manhattan Beach Open. This weekend it is Survival Saturday here, but we're still in the winner's bracket. On the women's side, the #1 seeds, Brasher and Cruz, versus the 12 seed of Anderson and Chacon, a couple league participants that squared off just a week ago in Dallas, as a matter of fact. There you see the bracket. Top part of the bracket is where this match is taking place. The other quarterfinal, Van Winden against Chang and Kraft, happening on the outer court. If we have some time in the midst of this match, maybe we'll look in on the goings on there. There's a look at Anderson and Chacon, the debutantes this year, making their way into the AVP League in exciting fashion in the final qualifier of the preseason. And a match against this very team a week ago, needing just one set win to find their way into the championship. Couldn't come up with it, unfortunately. Brasher and Cruz playing extremely well in that match. And so they were very unfortunately on the outside looking in as we head to Chicago in just a couple weeks' time. No doubt looking for a little retribution here in Manhattan Beach. Let's look at Maddie Anderson, 6'1", 24 years of age. Already a veteran of a couple years out here on the AVP. And there is her partner, the 27-year-old Elena Chacon out of Crown Point, Indiana. Notorious hub of beach volleyball talent. And it is a full family affair for the Chacons. They've got younger sister handling the videography, older sister the former partner. Both of the ladies, Anderson and Chacon, Florida State Seminoles. And they are squaring off against the LSU Tigers, one of the most dominant teams in collegiate volleyball history. And now in all of the world of beach volleyball, Kristen Cruz there, the 5'6", 28-year-old out of, Materia is what I'm going to say, Louisiana. Sioux Falls, South Dakota is the home to the 6'4", 29-year-old Taryn Brasher, looking to go back to back to back here in Manhattan Beach. They completed the triumvirate in Gstaad, Switzerland about a month ago, 5 weeks ago. And that is an unbelievable feat. Now looking to do the double trifecta, as it were, here in Manhattan Beach. Who's got their second plaque on the pier a couple days ago in that pier ceremony. I'd love to have a third. Kristen Cruz to start us off. She starts on Anderson. Scooped up. And that shot is going to go long. If you haven't watched this team of Anderson and Chacon play, tremendous fire on their side. Brasher and Cruz a little more stoic in the way they approach their business. Cohesiveness, the name of the game on the Anderson-Chacon side of the net. They have their hands full with the #1 team in the world. There's a scoop. And that finds the sideline, so early dig and put away. That is going to be critical. You're going to see Elena Chacon, a majority of their league matches, she had 20+ digs defensively. So she's going to create opportunities. Their ability to capitalize on those opportunities, convert them into points, is going to be critical to their success rate here in this match. Nice block there. Good read. Anderson at the net. Good early hot start from Anderson and Chacon. Yeah, just loaded up. Ready should the second ball come. It did. Maddie May ready for the swat. Cut shot picked up. Chacon with another opportunity. Not yet. There's a layout. Anderson tracks it down. Short knuckle. Ooh, not going to fall just yet. And look out below. Kristen Cruz is difficult to beat. Nice job as that ball changes direction off the top of the tape. Cruz stayed with it, still able to control it. Have a look. A crafty little short shot just kicked off the top of the tape. Cruz still laid up a gem. Curl dig from Kristen Cruz. And how about the put away? Just the precision of contact there. Kristen Cruz is stellar. A little extra curl on the dig to get it all the way up to her partner. And then that was a sharp cutty. 7 digs in the first 5 points of this one between Cruz and Chacon. Expect to see a large number of defensive plays. Another dig and a little wrist away soft shot from Brasher at the net. That is one of the many things that makes this team so difficult as Brasher and Cruz go on a 3-0 run. The speed of their transition just always keeps you on your heels. Pull dig there, Brasher. Chacon is on the line shot. And that one's going to fall wide. Set was just a little bit off the net. Keep an eye on that. Talked about ability to convert in transition, and set location in transition is so critical to that piece of the game. See, one of the ways that Brasher and Cruz approach that is kind of some pace in transition. Cruz digs balls and kind of comes charging in, takes a lower set, which is a little bit easier to locate. There's a block, good cover, Anderson. That one into the top of the tape, had the right idea. The line side sand was open, just barely misses into the net. Anderson Chacon got off to the 3-0 start. Brasher and Cruz have made it 5 straight now. Yeah, there you go. I'm in perfect synchronicity with our stat keepers. That's maybe going to be 4 contacts. Yeah, that is correctly called. Brasher was first to that ball, kind of blocked it into the hands of Chacon, who played it like a joust, thinking that they still had 3 contacts after the fact, but was correctly officiated. That was close. And Brasher just reaching those hands big over into the Anderson Chacon airspace. Maddie and Elena will call a timeout after giving up 7 straight. Brasher and Cruz on a roll early in set 1. See if we can listen in.
Love all that. They're serving super easy and pretty slow to the net too. So we can look to go on 2 as well when she's serving, right? If she's going to keep serving lollipops, just make her pay, right?
This is the match of the day.
Let's keep running fast offense too. Yeah, so he's getting the ride and swim.
Let's not be afraid of her block. Let's go after it. And then that deep middle swing. Let's not swing into the pocket, right? Yeah. Everything deep middle or fast to the sideline, right?
SpellTheAmericanWay.com.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
So a little bit of insight from Coach Jake McNeil. His team, Anderson and Chacon, saying, you know, if we're going to get an easy-ish serve from Brasher, let's push the on-2 play before she can get up to the net. I like the words from Anderson as well, encouraging a little bit of tempo in their offense. Jake in one of the more subdued outfits we've seen him in all year. That is a crisp line shot there. Elena stops the 7-0 run. Brasher and Cruz, if you are unfamiliar, Anderson Chacon, probably the most fashion-forward team we have on the AVP. really took advantage of the player walk-ins during the AVP League season. Good rundown from Chacon. Chance here in transition, and she swings away. That was another point that Coach McNeil made during the timeout, is let's not be afraid of the block. Let's attack it. Chacon doing a nice job. Compliance. Just a little smooth shot on two. And Brasher just working her way up to the net for that put away. Not sure what happened there. Something with the feet. I'm not sure if that was a pedicure check. Nothing detected, fortunately. So play resumes. And again, just perfectly controlled that defensive contact from Cruz. And that's another point to Brasher and Cruz. 9-5 as we switch ends. Brasher all over that aggressive swing up the line from Anderson, shut down. Cruz goes that direction again, and that is a sharp cutty. Anderson with the good response.
You want me to get him back? I can't make that.
Set is close. Able to sneak it by is Cruz. And Anderson there again on the option swing from Brasher, her second block. That's a couple times she shut down that option swing. That was a good awareness, kind of engagement in the play. Easy to expect that third contact. Shot from Cruz back to the right side sideline. See Anderson reading shot, kind of delaying on the block, but just too precise from Cruz, as we've come to expect. Nice little step in back to the sideline on two for Anderson. It is starting to heat up out here on Stadium Court. We hose the court down because there are kind of like black granules in the sand that really make this work on your feet. Sand gets real warm. See, the players have to wipe the shades, towel off the sand a little bit. Oh, another block. Anderson dialed in with her third on that option play. It's her team back to within two. Trickle goes back over the net. Anderson will have a chance. And the little baby line falls. So Anderson and Chacon, much to the delight of Coach Jake McNeil, getting themselves back to within one as we hit the technical timeout.
This is our Yamava match of the day. Now, here's the deal before I do this. I've got two passes up to AVP 360 for the rest of the day. Up in the shade for a couple people here in GA.
Stats on the season for Taryn Brasher, Kristen Cruz, the Austin Aces. They wrapped up the #2 seed in the championship in Chicago. They swept the last 2 matches, much to the chagrin, as I mentioned, of the LA launch team of Anderson and Chacon, who just needed a set in that final match. There you see Brasher as an MVP candidate, hitting .529 on the season, leading all of the women. And that final stat line in their last match, 13 kills, 5 digs, 3 blocks, 2 aces. It doesn't get much better than that. Taryn Brasher, you'd have to think she is leading in the MVP race after a score line like that. Right now the lead is slight as Anderson and Chacon have come charging back. Winner of this match will move on straight to the semifinals tomorrow, championship Sunday. There you see, that's almost indicative of how good the defense is. Just 111 and 048. The team hitting numbers. That is borderline abysmal, but it's hard to put a ball down against the likes of Kristen Cruz and Elena Chacon. Here's a chance to level now. Addie Anderson. And she cannot do it. Brasher, yet another stuff. So our defenders are locked in, our blockers are locked in this match, as both teams in the low 100 or below in the hitting efficiency. 12-10. Down to the right side goes Chacon. That is a hammer cross court right on the sideline. Good motion, good aggressiveness there from Elena. Again, this is winner's bracket action, so the loser is not done. The loser will have to play another match today to try and work their way into championship Sunday. That one not down yet. Just calmly put away on 2 with the cut shot from Taryn Brasher. .13-11 the score. Good battle back from Anderson Chacon. Another block for Brasher. Starting to dial in. You heard in the timeout early on in the set, Coach McNeil encouraging his girls to be aggressive, attack the block. That has its benefits, but if Brasher dials you in, it can have its drawbacks as well. There's a nice response again, going around to the right side and finding the cross court open. Elena Chacon. That textbook Kristen Cruz. You see her passing wide, hopping into the middle to start her approach and kind of working into out, which is what you want to do as a right-handed player on the right side, so that that ball is kind of always on your hitting shoulder. You want to have that ball on your left shoulder as a right-hander, where you got to lean and sort of compromise the height of your contact point. Good touch there from Brasher, but it goes out of bounds. It's a kill for Chacon. And now 15-13 is the score in favor of Brasher and Cruz as we switch ends again.
A new team on the AVP this year. They're gaining fans everywhere they go. TJN, they got fans everywhere they go. They are back-to-back Manhattan Beach Open champions.
Chacon to serve. That one is, just barely going to miss the end line. Looked like it was going to be long, and Kristen Cruz got out of the way, and it took a little dip there late. Going again around to the right side. And she hammers that one up the middle. Cruz was kind of crossing over to the line side. Couldn't control the pace. So the offensive numbers starting to pick up a little bit for both sides. Now finding a defensive point or two is the name of the game. Chacon and Anderson, good deep serve. Cruz handles it well. And that cut shot's going to fall. Perfect execution. Is that my commentary partner making his way back into the booth with a little break dancing under the Casey Patterson joining us here for the late stages of this opening set. It's been a good one. Lots of defense. There is another example. Kristen Cruz. And finding the open court. No, she doesn't. She misses wide.
She almost let out the where you're going down the line, hit the cutty. Dang it.
Well, this has been kind of an all defensive battle. We have Elena Chacon, Kristen Cruz just lighting it up defensively, but then we have Taryn Brasher and Maddie Anderson with 3 or more blocks each. So kills hard to come by in this one.
Yeah, you got two teams that can do both block and D so well. Oh, knuckle set.
Yeah, that's a missed chance. It's one of those weird ones, you know, you never practice those balls, the overpasses, right? And so you kind of almost freeze momentarily up there. The redirect is allowed. On the beach, it's much less common to see people go up and just tee off on those balls.
Right. I feel like everybody kind of panics and they either hit it out or they don't do they'll pass it or something.
Serve sails long. So Anderson Chacon keeping it to 2 on their side out, but they need to find some real points here. Yeah.
Oh, a little hot, hot trot back to the.
When you get outside the hose down sections of the court, it gets real warm. Well, after 1 p.m. local time, and the sun is shining and the court is warm. Such good manipulation of the ball there from Kristen Cruz. One up over the top, 19-16 as we switch ends.
Yeah, it's hard to release to that line shot early because she also does that inside cutty. So you got to respect it so long that that line is available.
Yeah, and we've seen her hit that shot already. So she's doing a nice job moving the ball around, keeping the defender, in this case Elena Chacon, honest. Down to the right side again, Chacon. Oh boy. One of the things I love about the game of Taryn Brasher is just kind of how calm she is in all her movements.
Yes.
It seems like the perfect efficiency of movement, right?
Yeah.
She's not ever, she doesn't look like she's hurrying too much ever. That was maybe just a little bit too far the other way, perhaps.
She's very what we call like a process-oriented athlete, right? She's never rushed. She's gathering information. She's calm.
She's 6'4", so she can just chop into the cross court. And now 3 set points in this opener. As it was a 3-0 start for Anderson Chacon, and then Brasher and Cruz ran off 8 straight.
You hear the crowd just cheering just outside the stadium.
Yeah, it was an excellent bounce back, but that is, there you go.
Did she net though?
I don't think so.
Wow, did that count as a swap block or an attack?
Two-handed pike kill.
Yeah.
Here's a look. You be the judge. Is it a block or a kill?
Oh, that was.
Yeah, the ball kind of into the net. Still 2 opportunities to close out this first set for Brasher and Cruz.
You never know, a little magic left here maybe.
That is going to be the jumbo to the baseline.
In case you're wondering, I set these lines up. I'm going to hit it right on the line.
Kristen Cruz has the antidote to magic. Not on my watch, she says, as we take a look again at that beautiful jumbo.
Such good timing for that because you're playing the cat and mouse short line, short cutty. I'm going to reset with a little jumbo.
And not a more helpless feeling in beach volleyball than being a defender watching that go over your shoulder. 21-18 the scoreline for Brasher Cruz over Anderson Chacon in set number 1 here. Women's winners quarterfinal.
Or rather, they'll take right up there. Some AVP 360 tickets. I forgot to get your donkey names. Who cares? Here we go. DJ Amy, on your cue. Wait. And they're off! Let's go. You need to go around me. I don't care which direction. Fantastic form by all 4 of you. They were able to pick 1 from each couple, 2 women, 2 men. Here we go. Here we go. Back to the finish line we go. It's anybody's ball game. That is not proper form, young lady. You are not getting low enough. He is sort of running. So, this has happened the last couple times we've done this, where the form has been a little bit questionable, everybody. We had a winner, sort of. All of you are going to tell me who the winner was, okay? We're going around all 4 people. We're going to go with this guy who was complaining a little bit. Is this guy the winner?
Welcome back to the Manhattan Beach Open, the storied Manhattan Beach Open, Progressive AVP. And we have more drama on Stadium Court, one of my favorite.
This is the best.
Between set games, yeah. It is the knee-busting horse race.
Yeah.
And we had a little bit of another cheating scandal, I think.
Oh,
We had to
really?
go to the crowd to see if there were some shenanigans. Let's see if we get it.
Oh, yeah. We're not low enough. We're not below 90.
Yeah. You don't just get to touch the horse to the ground.
Yeah.
So we went to the crowd, who was waiting with bated breath to be called in.
Yeah, he's the only one actually on the ground.
We get to the stats for set number 1, and there you see 276 and 161, not the hitting numbers we're accustomed to from these 2 great teams. But again, that's kind of a testament to how good the defense was as we get underway. And there's a good put away from Elena Chacon out of the gate.
She did a great job there. A lot of good space, kept some speed on the way up, took a double look.
Yeah, and that's been kind of a go-to. They started off a little bit slowly. She's been going to that set around the right side, finding some success.
Yeah, she's got some good range. She moves it around real well. Been had a chance to watch them and play in Rio and beat up on some international teams as well. And they're a really good team together. They have such good style and calmness, and they're so confident, have a lot of answers to situations that are usually tough for people.
Yeah, we're talking style in the literal and figurative sense,
yes.
Right? They've got just good team vibes, but then actual team style as well.
Exactly. Yeah, this is a FSU squad, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
A couple Seminoles out there.
Nick and Brooke, just another you're welcome AVP. We'll send you off with some gnarly teams.
Ooh, interesting. That is a little bit tight. I wouldn't say that's an incorrect call, but in today's game, we probably would say that's a little bit tight.
Right, I'd say that was a double, but I didn't know we were calling those tight of ones. Right.
Well, I didn't know that's what we were doing.
Yeah, oh, that's what we're calling, yeah.
Right back to it around the right side. Good touch again, Brasher. Oh, that was interesting.
Crazy.
Misses wide. Good pull there from Anderson.
That timing, that's either great or terrible, right? Because you kind of rattle them late while they're taking that peak.
Well, I think she wasn't expecting that set to be there. Neither was Kristen Cruz, quite frankly, right? It was a little bit further off. And Anderson responded well.
Yeah. And that's an art form we don't talk enough about with how blockers can affect the game. It's not just your timing, your spacing, you know what I mean? Like the moves you make. It's also like the pulling in different times is so crucial to long-term success.
Yeah, we used to kind of distill it down to the concept of creating hesitation in the opponent, right? However you accomplish that, whether it's the delay timing of your block, whether it's the late movement of your defense, anything that can sort of interrupt the comfortable rhythm of the offensive player tends to work in your advantage over time, right?
Right, it's your offensive defense.
Nice little kiss over the net.
Yeah, on her way up, getting on it sooner than it looked like.
More seeing a good variety of shots from that right side, in particular from Elena Chacon. We've seen the line shot, we've seen the hard swing. There's the little baby cut. Just extending with the knuckle. Kristen Cruz able to find the deep corner.
Yeah, Elena even has the in-house content creator, her sister in the end line with the
that's right.
gnarly camera. Taking a shot right there in the background. You can see her straight back.
That's a full family operation.
Yeah.
I think Big Sis was the pioneer at Florida State.
Right.
Nice little wrap there on that ball.
Oh, what a set.
How about that play? And MC Mark said, you know, this team is racking up fans wherever they go.
Yes.
And that's one of the many reasons right there, the energy with which they play the game and some of the kind of highlight reel type plays that they seem to continually make.
Yeah.
Beach open since 1960.
Pull dig there, Anderson out of the middle. Not yet. Brasher with a pull dig of her own.
Oh, nice.
Another dig, Chacon.
Can you? Yeah.
And hammering off the block.
Sis better have gotten that photo. That cheer after was incredible. What a good rally. Good patience here on defense, just holding. Again, holding when you feel you're in a wrong spot. She just chilled, right? And just reached and made a good decision there.
Yeah, we talk about the balance and the patience of Kristen Cruz. We see a lot of that same stuff from Elena Chacon, and that's why these two women rack up such astronomical defensive numbers. Good little short shot on the line there from Kristen Cruz. Again, that depth variance in shots so important, especially against speedy defenders.
Yeah, that's where she loads her arms so quick that whether she's falling on her way up, leaning left, right, forward, back, you know, she can still bail her way out with a good arm load and snap and wrap with different speeds. Yeah, that's great. This is where it gets tough for refs to try to push the cadence because everyone's sweating so much, sand is everywhere, and can't even see out of your glasses.
We got a little more of a relaxed vibe here on the AVP than they do internationally, where it's protocol first.
Yeah, this I like this much more. The quality of the game is better because of the athletes being able to be prepared versus just back to the line and be a robot.
Brasher and Cruz won that first set. They're 71-5 all time in AVP events when winning the first set. Is
that good?
A measly 93% win rate. We talked about how every now and then they'll lose a first set but be so confident that it doesn't shake them.
Right.
Well, the reverse of that can also be true, that they just gain confidence when they win the first set, and then you're just up against it.
Now you made us mad. Right. Kristen's mom doesn't like it. I'll tell you that. I've sat in the crowd with her before. She hates it. And I told her, Mom, they're just turning the alarm clock on a little late. They're fine.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they needed a couple straight set victories to secure that 2 seed in Dallas last week. Oh, nice little gator there.
Nice.
Chacon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be over the net.
It's a dig off. Oh, lefty cutty.
Chacon's going to have that as well.
Can she again?
And hammering off the block. Take a little extra second in the sand, catch your breath there.
Yeah.
I'd like to know what Elena Chacon's burpee record is. I mean, she's just flat on the sand, straight back up immediately, over and over and over again in that rally.
Seriously, what is she doing on defensive drills? Just exactly like burpees, up, down, go swing. She does such a good job of just, whether she's in an ideal location or not, just holding and then making such good moves.
Wow. Now with 10 digs. I think that might be light. Felt like there was 4 on that rally.
Yeah, every other rally has been 2 or 3 exchanges back and forth.
She has 10 digs since it was 5-5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough one. Taryn able to just drop it right over the top of the block. 7 apiece. We'll switch sides.
I like it. Just give your shades over to coach. Let him wipe them off.
Yeah. Yeah, going back to Kristen's mom, Mama Nuss was fired up in Dallas.
I love it.
Her girls had, you know, come off of 3 straight losses, and she's not pleased.
Listen, girls, let's do our chores here. We got to take care of business.
This is not what I came to see.
Yeah, I didn't raise you this way.
On the right side again, a little teardrop over the top. Great touch, Brasher. Again, that gator. And a big swing.
Nice. Little extra heat.
Yeah, I think Maddie's going to go have a conversation about if that first contact from Taryn was a lift. Looked like it popped off her hand pretty quickly.
Yeah, I feel like back and forth in that rally, there's a couple soft touches that could have been called either way, but I think you just let it ride if things are like that.
Yeah, sometimes it's just planting seeds for the future, massaging the ref.
Little chirps.
For what's to come.
Remember that call you didn't make 3 plays ago.
And good swat back, Anderson. Chacon now with a chance.
Oh, yeah.
Hammering that off the block. I like how aggressive she is in transition right now.
Yeah, she's setting up for later where she can kind of wrap a ball high maybe. She's gone delay, fast arm, the last 3 transition swings, right? I feel like now it's a great job. She's in a place where she can go and kind of do anything now because she's got to get Taryn to commit to her, be low and over.
And that's a particularly good swing because she kind of likes that cross body swing from the left side. So if she sets it up with a lot of those angle swings, she can open up some space. Big hammer off the hands for Taryn Brasher. Pace of play slowing down just a little bit as the heat ramps up a touch.
Yeah. Much better hitting percentage in the second set.
Close. Cruz. Yeah, easy cut shot there. This is where you got to lock in. Cruz 15 digs. Yeah, we're talking about less than halfway through the second set, and there's 25 plus digs between the 2 defenders. I mean, that's a lot of defense, and keep in mind that both blockers imposing their will at a high level as well.
Right. I think that's equally attributed to because of that. Our defenders are very patient and free to kind of do their thing and read the right things. They complement each other well. Whenever my partners were getting blocks, I always got more digs because now I freed myself up to play the play for what it was, not just necessarily our call, right? Like locked into my call.
Well, and if you're an attacker and you get blocked, I mean, you go in with the mindset that you're trying to avoid the block, and that feeds right into the defender typically, right? And a nice high swing off the top of the hands there from Brasher. 10 apiece. They are headed for likely what we saw in the first set. Well, absolutely what we saw, a 1-point disparity at the midway point, but will it be Anderson and Chacon with the slight lead? Oh, just missing wide. Unfortunate, was the absolute right shot.
Yeah.
About 2 inches wide of the sideline.
Maybe just caught under a little bit.
Brasher, Cruz take the 1-point advantage into the technical timeout here in set number 2, and we will take a look at the women's bracket. There you see it. We're at the top half. Van Winkle Van Winden versus Chang and Kraft, our other quarterfinal. And we're going to get a quick glimpse over at that match on the outer courts.
Van Winden making a comeback. He was coaching Tori a little bit in this offseason.
Yeah, Chang and Kraft taking the first 21-16, but trailing here in the second. Van Winkle Van Winden, say that fast. Ooh, does that find the sideline? Indeed it does. So it's an ace for Megan Kraft. One of the more deadly of the float serves on the women's side.
Yeah, hers is nasty.
She just does such a great job of disguising it. She can hit the flat hard floater, and she can make that exact same motion turn into a short serve. Abby Van Winkle Going down the line, it'll be Chang. A little back lefty knuckle, no good. And a nice cross-court put away. Abby Van Winkle there to maintain the 2-point advantage. So we will keep our eye on that one, but we'll get back to the action here on Stadium Court. 7 kills, 0 errors.
Wow.
That's a fantastic number.
Yeah.
And 7 digs. So if you know,
yeah,
you like numbers in a lot of the statistical categories, you want nothing in that error category.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Elena has.
Oh,
That's trouble, yeah. That's
she's back.
a great run down there. And
Coast to coast. Oh, no.
It was tremendously difficult there for Maddie Anderson. Tons of real estate she had to cover. Great job just kind of staying engaged in that play to realize that ball was coming over. But
It's like running a little beep test, a little sideline to sideline.
yeah, and it's a 5-1 run for Brasher and Cruz now to be in front by 2. Again, around to the right side goes Chacon. A wrap over the top is good.
Yeah, both defenders have been showing us a lot of variance in offense, right? The short line teardrops, the deep line, the cutties late. They've been throwing a lot of different weapons, kind of like watching a mirror image of each other almost.
When you move like that,
yeah,
it sort of neutralizes the physicality of the block a little bit, but it also kind of keeps the defense in your periphery a little bit better, right? You kind of have that sense of what's going on as the defense tries to shift to keep up with your route.
A little longer look, more space.
Again, around to the right. This one's close.
Oh, she won it, but she netted.
Did she net? Indeed she did.
That's where I just tell the blocker. I would tell Taryn, why aren't you strong enough to push back at me? You're not strong enough. I could push through you, and then I net on accident.
Yeah, maybe that's tactical. Just retract the arms a little bit after contact.
And then pull back.
Oh, I thought we were going to get a flex down from Elena.
Yeah, it would have been. Dang it.
Again, around to the right side. Good set this time.
Oh.
Yeah, crossing up Kristen Cruz. Not an easy job to do that.
Right.
So that last shot kind of went up over the top to the line. Cruz maybe leaning that direction just a touch. Elena chopping it inside. Into the net. We haven't seen a ton of service mistakes either way in this one.
Yeah, it seems like it's been real strategic just as far as in the court, making them play.
Battle largely happening within the confines of the court. That one's well off the net. Good pull dig. And just great extension through Taryn Brasher.
Yeah. Thanks, Mom and Dad, for the height.
That's right. There's been a difference in this match. It's just one or two of those little plays, kind of precision of execution, right?
Yeah.
The set's a little bit tight. We get the net on the joust follow through. The set's a little bit off. Right. It's an opportunity for Brasher to pull and dig.
And those feel so drastic when in reality they're okay, yeah, those are adding up, but emotionally they feel so much worse because you can't give those ones away.
Yeah, especially against the #1 team in the world in Brasher and Cruz. You already feel like you've got to be so perfect sometimes to win. We will take a look at this one. Chang and Kraft have leveled it at 18. There's a swat back from Kelly Chang. Abby gets it shut down again. Kelly Chang. (19-18) now, inching towards the finish line, and more importantly, a spot in the semifinals championship Sunday tomorrow. Popping that one down the line, it'll be Van Winkle. Knuckle over the top, great get, Kelly Chang.
What a turn.
We're trying to lefty knuckle again. Can't quite get it there. Meg trying to put it up in perfect position, just overcooks it a touch. So 19 apiece there. We get back into Stadium after the timeout. A 9-3 scoring run for Brasher Cruz as they were down 9-7, has them up by 4 here. Set number 2 Cruz with yet another dig.
Oh,
Yeah, that is just a thing of beauty.
Yeah, the last couple times, both defenders, right? Kristen and then also like Elena, anytime they've made that little bit of early move, they've been exposed. Anytime they hold, they're making good reads and getting touches. The anxiousness is just building to the end of this set.
Good self-coverage there. Chacon, another opportunity. Swings away. Cruz has it.
Front slide. Nice.
Great pickup.
There we
How
go.
about that?
What a play.
Yeah, I love the relentless defensive effort on the side of Anderson and Chacon. Even when the first ball side out doesn't go down, they stay engaged in the point.
Yeah, they set up really quick. And they're also very, like, they're not rattled if they're in bad positions. They just patiently balance, make a move.
I don't know if I've ever seen that little backpedaling dolphin dive.
Yeah, that was cool.
Anderson. Impressive. Serve up the middle. Brasher. Oh, that is a great set. Yeah, again, just the depth of that shot is what was so impressive there. You can see Chacon just kind of crashing towards the short, the angle.
Looking for just the ball falling off her hand, and she just popped it a little bit.
18-13 now. There you see some of the numbers. 19 kills, hitting 341 for Elena Chacon, 13 digs. That one's close. Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's a couple of those, and that's probably going to be, you know, when they go back and watch the film of this one, maybe the thing that they.
Yeah, for me, those like these tight situations, I kind of want to avoid a little bit of the up and down type plays. I want to give my partner somewhere to send the set, gives them a little bit of fluid momentum. That's a bummer. Here we go.
Hammering. Yeah, there you go. That was a look at kind of what you were talking about, right?
Yeah,
just
a little route.
push.
Somewhere to set this ball versus just an up and down ball, and I'm worried about depth too much.
14, looking at 19 here. Again, winner is directly into the semifinal tomorrow, Championship Sunday. Loser still has an opportunity. Another match later today. Now 6 match points for Brasher and Cruz. Haven't been without adversity. Chacon and Anderson have put it on them a little bit, but they have kind of risen to the occasion in both sets. Put away again on the right side, Chacon. But they're going to have to fend off 5 side-out chances.
Yeah, this second set didn't feel like how it should be right now. Feels like they should be, you know, down by 1 maybe. It felt like every rally has been so close, and they've sided out so well. Just kind of got away from them in that last third.
2 sort of ball control mistakes, and kind of the Icemen, so to speak, of the AVP, and that is how this one ends. A little cut shot from the right side. Taryn Brasher, 21-18, 21-15 over the team of Anderson and Chacon, who will have another opportunity later today. But for Taryn and Kristen, it's semifinals. It's Championship Sunday here in the AVP Manhattan Beach Open, going for their 3rd in succession.
Yeah, how cool. What a special time. Hot sand running back.
Yeah, unbelievable stuff. Yeah, get your feet out of the sand, get them on some ice. Maybe kick them up and watch the rest of the action today. Okay, Chang and Kraft did close it out on the outer court. 23-21 was the score in that second set. We're getting the job done in straight sets. Both of our top seeds, Brasher and Cruz, Chang and Kraft, directly into the semifinals. We will see them tomorrow. Van Winkle, Van Winden, Anderson, Chacon will have another opportunity a little bit later today. That does it for women's winners bracket action here from the Manhattan Beach Open. We will say goodbye momentarily. We'll be back with more action from the Mecca of beach volleyball, the Manhattan Beach Open.